Hey guys, this week I'm back with another DayZ myth busting video. Today I'll be busting some of your suggested myths from my Discord, YouTube comments and Twitter. If you happen to have any of your own myths, go ahead and contact me on either of those platforms. As always, if you do enjoy the content, leave a like and a sub, it's much appreciated. Without further ado, let's get into our first myth. Someone restrained with barbed wire will constantly cut themselves when they attempt to struggle out. I first found that while struggling my character wasn't being cut, although I believe this may have been due to me wearing gloves. So I repeated this without gloves, however I still wasn't cut. It wasn't until I eventually broke out of the barbed wire that I was cut. This happens whether or not you're wearing gloves. For anybody questioning it, I tried the same test again with normal metal wire and found that this does not cut you. So, to conclude, the myth is true, or at least partially. While you won't constantly be cut, you will be cut upon escaping from the barbed wire. The next myth is that, depending on the quality of your restraint, depends on how long it will take you to break free. To test this, I attempted to break out of pristine rope and damaged rope and compared the times side by side. As seen, there is no time difference, which busts this myth, meaning a badly damaged rope is just as good as a pristine rope, although I'd like to see this changed within the future. The next myth is that you can throw an item to distract a zombie. To test this, I used a stone, although I'm pretty sure any item would be adequate. And as seen, this myth is true and can be used to great effect. A similar myth is that zombies will be distracted by both smoke grenades and flares. Let's first take a look at smoke grenades. As seen, zombies are initially distracted when a smoke grenade lands. However, this is probably due to the fact they are distracted by thrown items. Further this theory, you can see that the zombie doesn't follow where the grenade rolls, and in fact heads to the initial impact. Just to prove that this was the case, I spawned zombies at the active smoke grenade. And they took no notice, busting this myth. However, we're yet to test the same with flares. I first tried rope flares, which yet again we can see that the zombies are only interested on the impact of the flare and not the light. I then tried using the flare gun. And at first I thought zombies were attracted to the flares, but I then realised they were in fact heading towards the gunshots from the flare. So this myth is busted. The next myth I tested was that mag/ammo reload is dependent on the first one added to the inventory, or the largest stack in the inventory, or the highest within the inventory. To first test this, I used a shotgun with buckshot, slugs and rubber bullets. To start, I made sure I had 10 of each bullet, and upon reloading, the results showed that the highest ammo in the inventory was chosen. However, after reordering the ammo, it still continued to load the buckshot. So this proved there was another factor determining which bullet was chosen. Upon testing, I found that this factor was dependent on which ammo was picked up first. Although changing the amount of ammo will override this decision. So, for example, you can pick up 5 buckshots and then 10 slugs and then 10 rubber slugs. Because buckshot has the least amount of ammo, it will be ignored for now, given the option between slug or rubber bullets. And because the slugs were picked up first, it will be loaded. The same is true for mags. Which mag has the highest ammo count will be loaded first. If 2 mags have the same ammo count, regardless of their overall capacity, it will load the mag you picked up first. Another common myth regarding reloading is that you can apparently unload and reload a mag quick if you spam crouch, so let's put that to the test. Although it appears quicker, it is in fact not, and probably nothing more than a visual illusion. They both take the same amount of time to complete the animations, so next time you see someone spamming crouch to reload, you can tell them they're a silly little tryhard. The next myth is that a gun deteriorates quicker depending on its fire rate. So this should mean that a gun we tap fire should last longer than a gun we constantly spray. So let's put that to the test. Tap firing, we managed to shoot 11 bullets before a gun ruined from the badly damaged state we spawned it in at. Using another gun with the exact same health, we repeated the test but instead sprayed the gun and again shot only 11 bullets, busting this myth. To be honest, this myth probably just originates from people thinking their gun is ruining faster if they spray because they are shooting more bullets in a shorter amount of time. Our next myth is to do with bears. Due to the rare occasions that you actually encounter a bear, there's a lot of unknowns surrounding them. One of the biggest is what causes a bear to either attack or run away. If you didn't know, a bear will attack you in DayZ and once ungone will choose to either kill you or run away, or they may not even attack in the first place. I believe this is chosen at random, however there's a lot of myths surrounding this, the two biggest being that either laying down or not moving will cause a bear not to attack you, so I did some testing. From the results, I concluded that while the bear will not attack you while laying down and not moving, this is because you have not been noticed yet. You cannot lie down or stop moving in an attempt to protect yourself once the bear has spotted you. It's a bit like how sneaking past zombies work, so next time you encounter a bear, just fucking run. Our next myth is that eating too much medication will kill you, and after scoffing my face full of every med in the game to the fact that my veins were pretty much pure morphine, my character was still fine. So this myth is busted. Another myth is that if you break your legs within water, you will die, and well, there's only one way to test this. As evident, the myth is busted. I did try it a few more times in deeper water, and I believe the myth stems from, well, people thinking that if you go ungone within water, you will drown as you're not swimming. However, I don't think you can actually drown in DayZ anymore. You used to be able to, but it's pretty much impossible now. So, that was today's episode of Myth Busting. Apologies if I didn't quite manage to test your myth in this episode. I have a huge list and didn't quite have the time for all of them this week. However, if you guys want to see more of this, let me know and let me hear some of your myths. Like I said before, if I haven't already answered them in a past video, I'll give it my best shot. I want to say a special thank you to everyone who submitted their myths this week. It really helps make the video. Thanks for watching.